Kamal Hassan is an individual. But what I liked about this thing is you had a collective, conscious voice that came about. I'm just a guinea pig. I'm not going to take this valorous stand and call myself whatever I am. I'm strong enough. I withstood. No, I had no other go. I had a wall behind me, so the only way I could move was forward. And all this rhetoric is fine when we're talking about censor board and now it's become a certification board. Why are they represented by political parties? Every political party insists on having a person in the certification board. And none of them, very few of them are qualified in the aesthetics of cinema. So I think I'll talk about where the... Thank you. I'll come from where I understand it best. I'll not go into the legislation part of it. He knows better. But I've been working on this, and I think that the one, like in the television industry, it should be self-disciplinary. There shouldn't be a body, like I said, looking over my shoulder. This is what I dream of. I can't even recommend it because it may not happen. And well, I can't wait because time is not on anybody's side.
I just want to say that a parent who believes in thrift, believes in giving his or her children a great education, and believes in hard work can still vote in a right-wing dictator. So I think it's complicated.
I said, when we have dealt with contentious issues, we have put our hands in our own pockets, pulled out money, and not gone to the state to make the kind of movies which question status, fundamentalists in our country head on. We found ourselves completely alone. And not only did the state lock horns with us and obstruct us, even our own fraternity said, we told you so. We are just entertainers, make movies which are simple, don't walk down that street, that's their space. So I was talking about that, and I said that it is high time you realize that filmmakers are not underground guerrillas. They don't make movies to give up their lives. They make movies to express an idea and to make money out of that money, because I don't go to an investor and say, give me all your life earnings so that I can change society. So look, take your business somewhere else. So that's the reality. But the issue that we are looking at, 40 years I've been here. 40 years I've seen every government come and use these empty words. Censor board exists. Don't call it, it's a certification board. The whim of the power that rules you is operating on the ground when the RO signs that certificate. It is not a certification thing. It's a censor board. Dilip Saab, Javed Akhtar and me went to the Supreme Court. We got the Supreme Court to say that no, they must play the film. We came back, but the person who came to us saying, look, help us, we are having problems, chickened out, and he refused to give the print. And I went to the policeman, the ACP, he said, look, I can give you cops, I can take the print myself to the cinema hall, but I can't put the gun on the head of the guy who's got the print in his possession to part with it. Unless you shed that timidity, unless all of us care enough for freedom, nothing is going to happen.
Like in Tamil Nadu, an adults-only film gets taxed more. UA gets lesser tax than, it's a state decision, than adults-only film, and U-certificate films are taxed lesser. So what happens is interpolation of adult material in new films. Well, artists can be absolutely subversive when they come into coalition with businessmen. Like our engineering projects, roadways, bridges, and other things, it'll be done soon. We'll work on it. We're working on it. We're working on it. How old are you? You might live to see it happen.
देखिए, ये इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है कि सिनेमा का असर यकीनन होता है, क्योंकि जैसे मैंने अपनी बातचीत में भी कहा कि जब मैं मुड़ के देखता हूं तो हाँ, हमारी फिल्म जब हमने बनाई थी अर्थ, तो उसने महिलाओं में वो एहसास जगाए थे कि शायद वो मुमकिन है उनके लिए अपने पैरों पे खड़े होकर तो वो सपने देखना शुरू कर सकती हैं कि वो एक ऐसी दुनिया में जी सकती है जहाँ पर उनको मर्द को बैसाखी बना के इस्तेमाल नहीं करना पड़ेगा। मगर ये भी सच है कि सिर्फ सिनेमा को अगर आप दोषी ठहराएंगे कि हर बुराई जो समाज में आती है वो सिनेमा के कारण ही आती है, ये भी इसका एविडेंस हमें मिला नहीं है। जिस दिन मैं आपको ये भरोसा दिलाता हूँ, जिस दिन हमारे बिरादरी को ये एविडेंस मिल जाएगा कि हमारे फिल्मों की वजह से समाज में जुल्म हो रहा है या अत्याचार हो रहा है, तो हम यकीनन ये ऐसी फिल्म बनाना छोड़ देंगे। मगर फिलहाल ये सिर्फ अजम्पशंस हैं और इस अजम्पशंस के पीछे जब तक एक लॉजिकल माइंड नहीं काम किया हो हम उसको कैसे माने।
It's not just Kamal Hassan. It's been happening over and over to not only me, to other people. Let me not make it into an individual experience alone. It has to be a collective experience, and as Mr. Bhatt said, it has to be a national social experience, and you must be angered as I am. You don't have to suffer the same indignity or loss of money to make your own.
ये कौन तय करेगा आइटम सॉन्ग क्या है? और ये आइटम सॉन्ग आज तो नहीं है, ये हमने तो अपने बाप दादाओं से हासिल किया है। और ये अचानक अगर आप क्रिकेट खेलते खेलते हॉकी खेलना शुरू कर देंगे तो फिर हम कहेंगे ना कि ये फाउल है, क्योंकि फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में बहुत सारी फिल्में ऑलरेडी जो है पाइपलाइन में हैं, जो बन चुकी हैं, तो उनका और वो शायद वो गाने इसलिए अपना वीव करते हैं अपनी कहानियों में ताकि उसका प्रचार करें। तो अगर आपको इसको निकालना है तो फिल्म इंडस्ट्री जो स्टेक होल्डर्स है उनको भागीदार बनाना पड़ेगा, उस पर एक डिस्कशन होगा। और फिल्म अगर आवाजें हमारी आएगी कि नहीं हमको ऐसे गाने नहीं बनाने चाहिए तो हम नहीं बनाएंगे, मगर सडनली नहीं आप सोच सकते हैं।
आई थिंक वी कैन क्रिटिसाइज दैट मोर। अगर उनका अपना इच्छा है टू शो देयर बॉडीज, टू एंजॉय देयर बॉडीज, हम कौन होते हैं उसके ऊपर पुलिस बनने के लिए? आई थिंक दैट्स अ रियली नैरो।
This thing about item number and all that, a repressed adult society seeks these kind of entertainment, and you give it to them. There was a censor board chairman, Mr. Goldie Anand, who said, allow X-rated films. He was removed from the job. We are going to be doing Vishwaroopam sequel part 2. It's coming up. There will be, but we'll talk about what we do. Vishwaroopam 2 will be in RO 3D. There's a demo here. Go see it.